here that Kings of Urban will be playing Ubiquitas in this semifinal, so we're going to get that up and running. We'll just have to get some players in to our lobby, and we'll be able to get that game going. But Kings of Urban looking pretty sharp out of the gate. Ubiquitas getting past Redline, Shockwave, both those teams relatively new teams on the block. Although I believe Redline did do quite well in one ESL, finishing second. So Ubiquitas gonna have to have some talented people to take out Redline.
Yeah, looking at that, I think you're referring to the North America Cup number 23. They didn't really have any stiff competition there. No really big teams to keep them away. And then in the end, they lost to Cosmic, which by itself doesn't really tell anything, because lots of teams lose to Cosmic. Pretty much every team loses to Cosmic. So that doesn't really tell us much. But in the end, they did make it to rank 2. Now, though, this is their trial by fire. This is them going up against the number 2 team in North America. They lost against the number 1 team. If we call it the last match an underdog match, this one is that times 2 or even 3. Let's see how they hold their own. Right off the bat, Jacob with a great shot. Zombie able to save it away.
Yeah, that was quite a frozen rope shot there from Jacob. Kings of Urban coming out swinging.
Kings of Urban here again on the blue side in this match. As before with Jacob, Moses, and Fireburner playing, and on the orange side it is Ubiquitas with the Zombie, Hanzolo9, and Steph, or Steve, whatever that's pronounced, and Moses coming in with a great shot, taking it to 1-0, 30 seconds in.
So we are already on board with Moses. An easy roller, Hans on solo, trying to cover the entire net. But Moses, a veteran player, he is not going to miss an open shot like that, putting Kings of Urban up 1-0. And really, you don't want to be giving up goals this early to a team like Kings of Urban.
Not really. You give them the finger, they will take the entire hand, or even the arm if you don't watch out. It was a great setup shot from Jacob as well, and now he seems to try to repay the favor as he tries to set something up, but in the end, Han Solo was in there in time to intercept, and now they might get a clear shot, but Steve actually snatching the ball away from his own teammate. Not quite sure if that was planned. They are still in control of the ball, though, keeping it on their own half of the field, not really keeping the momentum going.
Good tap there by Jacob. A little too much power on it, though, as Fireburner tries to send it back in. Moses in position on the wall. Does get a good center, but Han Solo with a good play off the wall, though Jacob is ready for it. Fireburner lurking. Going to try to get this out into the mid. All 3 players grouped up there for Ubiquitas. But Zombie with a good clear, and Fireburner misses it, and then it's just going to roll in.
Oh, so unfortunate right there. Great shot coming in from Zombie. Fireburner completely misjudging that aerial, and all he can do is watch the ball whiz by.
Yeah, so it was unfortunately Moses did not get enough on that hit and really just set up a bounce pass for Ubiquitas there to take that long shot. So Moses would have had to do a little bit more, but quickly making up for that mistake with a goal.
Yeah, they just keep it coming. They give you one, they're going to take it away straight off the bat. Moses gets a shot on the clear goal. Nobody was home from Ubiquitas to defend that one.
So we'll go on board with Stev. I'm guessing it's pronounced Steve, but another...
Moses.
All right, we're going off Steve now, and we'll see a face-off goal here as the pinch happens, and really some of my friends tell me that staying in net is pointless because that never happens, but lo and behold, a face-off goal that could have been blocked if somebody was in net.
Oh, you never know what might happen, and one of these moments is going to be a very, very crucial goal that perhaps takes overtime away from you, or gets them into overtime, which they then use to, to beat you. That's what always happens when games go into overtime in the last second. You get beat. But in the end, it's just extending Kings of Urban's lead, and great shot coming in here from Zombie, but Moses in position to save it.
So we will go on board with Zombie, who had that shot, trying to generate some offense. Steve with a great pass into the mid. It's actually a shot. Fireburner getting back just in time. Zombie thinking that one was going in, but Fire coming up with a clutch save.
Yeah, they're catching Kings of Urban off guard here. That was pretty dangerous. Twice in a row right there. They're going to keep the ball on the blue side of the field. Stev's going to go for that aerial, but Jacob savvy. He goes for it beforehand, and now he has a clear shot onto the goal. Han Solo coming in, rushing to get the ball out of the danger zone just in time.
Yeah, you can see Steve trying to come in and help Han Solo get that clear into the corner so they can keep their offensive pressure on. A very big aerial there. Steve does hit it.
Yeah, he does. Unfortunately, Fireburner gets his hands on the ball and moves it back onto the orange side of the field relatively quickly, and now we are back into the game of ping pong, which Kings of Urban win as I say it. Or
and
no, actually,
nobody
we're back in the
back
game.
for Kings of Urban.
Oh,
and
what a shot!
Steve takes advantage of it. Moses was the defensive player in this situation, needed to get a big hit there, and he didn't get enough on it. Steve expecting a pass into the mid and puts that one away.
Yeah, if anything, he even set the ball up even better for Steve, so that was an unfortunate hit right there. Gets Ubiquitas a bit closer to evening it up. We'll see if they can do it. It would be even taking one game off Kings of Urban would be pretty huge for them. We'll see if they can do that. Fireburner moves into offensive positioning right there. Jacob's going to try to intercept. Actually does get the interception. And Steve quick to switch back to defensive positioning. Jacob blowing up Zombie on his own out of the field. Moses getting the aerial touch right there, putting it slightly on target. Nobody there to pick up the rebound, but nobody could have been there anyway.
Yeah, Steve needing a big clear ends up just setting up an aerial opportunity for Moses. Sends it over to Jacob. Jacob puts it up for fire. Han Solo with the stuff there. Still on the offensive, though, is Kings of Urban.
Such a close shot right there. Moses not going to get the touch. Unfortunately for them, Steve clearing it out of their own half of the field. Getting a wall hit there as well, potentially setting it up for someone. Moses gets the touch in the corner, and Fireburner puts it away. Here comes Han Solo one, though, with the after shot, and Zombie not quite getting it as Moses snatches it away from him. Another dangerous situation for Kings of Urban.
Yeah, Ubiquitas with a lot of offensive pressure, forcing Kings of Urban to make defensive plays. They have been doing that successfully. You see Moses taking out Zombie there with a demo. Good pass into the mid. Zombie with not a very big hit, but Steve trying to keep it out of the hands of Kings of Urban. Moses with a good pass, but Zombie gets a huge clear, opening up an opportunity for them to score, but Jacob puts it out, and I think that's going to be it.
Well, we'll see if they can keep the ball in the air. Doesn't look like it, though. No, there it touches the ground. Wow, look at that score. 3-2 for Kings of Urban. If somebody had told me that a team that very few people have heard of are going to play the number 2 team in North America, 3-2 would probably not have been my bet for the game. So they put up a pretty formidable fight, and I'm excited to see if they can take a game off Kings of Urban. The game started off pretty turbulently, that's for sure. But in the end, they were able to put Kings of Urban into tons and tons of dangerous situations in their own half of the field. And almost all of these could have been turned into goals had Kings of Urban not have been on point with their defensive play, or if anyone from Ubiquitas had been in a better position.
Yeah.
So let's not write them off just yet.
Moses scored every single goal for Kings of Urban that matchup, so we'll see if Moses can keep that trend going here, as he likes to lurk in the back, waiting for opportunities to come up. A huge win from Han Solo, resulting in a goal.
Let's take a look at that in the replay. The ball gets in position there in the center of the field. Han Solo wins it out, putting it past Moses. Nobody expected that shot. Ubiquitas going into the lead 20 seconds in.
Yeah, so a fantastic shot there by Han Solo. We'll go on board with him. A big win. Moses was the last player back, and he chose to go for that aerial thinking he could win it. But Han Solo just beating him out, so that shot on net, no one back to block it.
Yeah, Jacob trying to put it back into position, but all players from Kings of Urban had already retreated. Nobody was there to take it. Also, there were 2 members of Ubiquitas in the goal, so it would have been tough to get it through them. Han Solo getting the block right there, setting it up for Jacob in the end, though, and this is Steve's time to get the save, and he does get it. Jacob driving past the ball, and Zombie able to clear it off.
Jacob with a little dribble play here, passing it to himself. Not much on that shot, but just enough to get it past Steve.
Yeah, we are back to passing it to themselves. No, he doesn't need anyone right there. Moses was actually trying to get a touch, but in the end, didn't get the steal. Game is back even 1 minute in.
Yeah, so plenty of time left in this game. Ubiquitas doing a good job hanging with Kings of Urban so far.
Whoa! That was close right there from Steve. Got the jump off the ball, touching the got the jump off the wall, touching the ball right there. There we go. Now the ball's back in the center of the field. Han Solo gonna try to set it up for himself, but Jacob smelt the rat. Got the touch, got the ball off trajectory. Somebody trying to keep it in the air. But in the end,
breakaway opportunity here.
And nobody's home.
So you could see, let's see who it was that missed this opportunity. You could see Steve coming up, pretty much betting the house that he was going to hit that ball. So when he missed, no players back, and Moses is not going to miss an open layup like that. Kings of Urban taking the lead. Steve really probably should have trusted his teammates there and not sent everybody up for that. So unfortunate mistake for Ubiquitous, costing them a goal.
Jacob getting an aerial dribble right there. Well, touching the ball, getting it a little bit unexpected right there. Steve put the ball next to a goal as both of the teammates followed him onto the blue side of the field looking for an offensive movement. And in the end, Moses wins out, taking control of the ball for Kings of Urban. Now it's going to be the battle for momentum once more. Jacob gets the touch here as well, putting it back over onto the orange side of the field. This might be dangerous. Fireburner gets the touch. He does get it, but the ball, instead of dashing towards the goal, just goes into the air. Moses getting another touch, gets intercepted by Zombie, so it rebounds off the wall. Both teams struggling for possession here.
Good opportunity for Zombie to hit that into the mid, but Fireburner nipping that one in the bud. Getting a good shot on net, forcing a play to be made. Zombie with an unorthodox hit out to the side. But Jacob responds, putting a beautiful pass into the mid. Moses just off the post. Still in it.
Moses going to get another shot, and there it goes. Finally, they make it happen.
So you can see Jacob taking advantage of that weak clear by Steve. Steve going for that ball again and missing the clear. Moses just needed to stay with it, stay persistent, put it in. You saw it was only a 34-mile-an-hour shot, not very fast, but enough to just get it over the defense of Ubiquitous here. Kings of Urban just putting a little too much pressure, and Ubiquitous making a few too many mistakes.
Yep, it was a bit of a mess, to be honest. They can be forgiven for letting that one slip. Ball was bouncing back and forth, and that is a big shot coming from Han Solo, putting it past everyone. Kings of Urban overcommitting.
Yeah, you can see Fire and Jacob both going for the same ball there. Getting a little bit sloppy. Maybe they think they have this one in the bag, not respecting their opponent enough. Does result in a goal, and I mean, they should be playing a little bit more serious as they're only up by 1 goal.
Moses getting a shot. Oh, close one. Jacob's going to try to get the follow-up. Puts it above the goal right there. And here comes Moses with the dunk.
A beautiful setup off the wall here from Fireburner. You could see him getting a ton of power. Actually, it looks like he got a little bit of an assist there by Han Solo. So fortunate for Kings of Urban, actually. Moses with a very difficult aerial putting that one in. Moses, the big scorer for Kings of Urban. You can see he has another hat trick in this game. 75% of the goals for Kings of Urban this game. So very important player, Moses, in this series.
Yeah, absolutely. He also shot quite a few of the goals in the last game. I think he even shot 100% of them. So Moses certainly coming out big for Kings of Urban. But it's not only about the goals. Let's take a look at the shots. 14 shots from Kings of Urban in total, compared to 4 shots coming in from Ubiquitous, and Jacob putting another one in. That puts it to 15 shots and 5 goals. Take a look at that. Steve, unfortunately, setting up for him. Jacob with a very, very difficult angle, putting it straight into the goal.
Yeah, Han Solo decided to rotate out, expecting a clear. So when Jacob put that back on net, nobody there. Han Solo, if he was expecting a shot from Jacob, probably would have swung back around into the net. So props to Jacob for getting on that wall, getting a shot on net. Very difficult to do, but it paid off big time.
Indeed it did, even extending the lead further. Now they've got 3 goals to catch up, and by the way this game has been going, I think it'll be very difficult, if even impossible, for Ubiquitas to pull this one off. Game's not over until the bell rings, though. Let's see what they can still make happen. Maybe they can at least put one more in as Jacob clears the ball back away onto the orange side with nobody home. Moses maybe get a setup here, and Jacob! Oh, so close.
Going on board with Fireburner. Not sure how much boost he has. Trying to go for the corner boost.
Fireburner.
Beautiful set! Oh! So lots of pressure coming out for Kings of Urban. Many, many shots. This game is going to be over. Anything at this point would just be icing on the cake.
They're just playing with the ball right there. Everyone driving past with the ball is lava. And the game is over. That means 2-0 in this series right now for Kings of Urban. And this one looked a bit more decisive than the last one. But I still think that Ubiquitas has the potential to take a game off Kings of Urban. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's going to be tough for them. You can see the amount of saves that was forced by Kings of Urban. Jacob with 9 shots, Moses with 7. Ubiquitas being forced to make 9 saves, which means that not only were the shots, well, you can get a shot that is not exactly on target. Like if you hit it just above the post or to the side, it still counts as a shot. But the fact that Ubiquitas had to have 9 saves means there was a lot of shots on net that were going to go in. So really a lot of offense going up for Kings of Urban. It looks like they will be bringing in a sub, and I'm going to predict that it's going to be Used Wolf coming in to join the game for Kings of Urban. So we'll see how that plays out. But I honestly think that Kings of Urban is just too much for Ubiquitas. If Ubiquitas does win, it will be because Fireburner and Moses have not played with Used Wolf too much. I think they are definitely stronger with Jacob, but Used Wolf is a known player in the scene. He does have a lot of skill. I'm not sure how much he plays with Kings of Urban, but we will find out. Kings of Urban, I definitely think, is a next level team compared to Ubiquitas. So if they do pick up a game, I think it's because Kings of Urban was not playing their hardest. But it's still possible. I mean, I've seen the most talented teams beat Cosmic Aftershock, so it is possible. But we'll have to see.
Used Wolf knocking the goalie from Ubiquitas out of the way there. And that one almost went in. Moses, though, gets a clear shot on the goal. Nobody was home for that. So quick lead again for Kings of Urban.
Yeah, Moses just open shot into the net. Nobody back for Ubiquitas, and this one could get out of hand fairly quick.
Well, I certainly can't let Kings of Urban get that same number of shots again as in the last game. The final tally, by the way, was 18 shots. 18 shots in the single game. That is hyper-aggressiveness. And they did manage to save 9 of those, so at least great defensive play coming in from Ubiquitas, but in the end, you cannot really let Kings of Urban walk over you like that.
Yeah, Ubiquitas is going to have to start playing a little bit more fearless to get some offensive opportunity. A good pass back from Moses to Used Wolf. Used Wolf not able to get that one high enough to be dangerous. Moses missing that wall hit. Wolf having to make a play here. He does win that 50-50 ball. Moses in a tough spot.
They didn't really have the angle to go for that ball. Zombie gets an easy clear away. Here comes Han Solo trying to keep it up for a Zombie to pick up on, but Fireburner gets the touch, sets it up for someone. No, Steve gets the aerial touch. That's a nice aerial right there. Got to give him that. Will they be able to make anything out of this is the question. Fireburner taking down Zombie. That's one of their members gone for a potential offense. In the end, Moses takes possession of the ball. Will he be able to outplay? Yes, he will, and Fireburner is the one to get the follow-up. Close, though.
Yeah, good effort there. Moses getting that dribble by all the players from Ubiquitas. Han Solo getting back as fast as he could. Not enough. So actually, I think that was Moses dribbling it past Fireburner, the one putting it in. So really good team play there by Kings of Urban, and Ubiquitas going to have to get their read a little bit better. They fell for those dribbles from Moses, resulting in a goal. So good play by Moses, setting that one up.
Yeah, if Moses is good at anything, it is definitely dribbles, though. So they went up against the master. I think you can forgive them for fumbling there. Used Wolf with a very close opportunity. Han Solo getting the touch before him there. And now they are looking for another offensive move. Will they be able to get anything done here? Steve gets a shot onto Moses, who directly redirects it. And just like that, the ball is back on the orange side of the field. And they are able to get him past the Moses, trying to get it past Steve, who just desperately tries to keep it in the corner. Han Solo trying to outmaneuver right there, get the touch on the ball. Steve actually putting it past Moses. Rebounds off the top bar. Zombie going for the follow-up, not quite getting it, unfortunately for them.
So pass opportunity there for Fireburner, trying to get it over to Moses. Good hit there by Fire, keeping it out of the mid. Used Wolf going for that contest there.
And Steve getting the aerial hit, putting it back into the corner. Zombie waiting in the prowl. Used Wolf. He got the touch on the ball before that, and he puts the ball close to goal. Nobody was home to save it. So that was a bit lucky right there for Ubiquitous. Fireburner driving past. Used Wolf gets the setup.
So you can see Zombie here on the wall. Had an opportunity. Everybody relying on him to make that hit. Not able to do so. Fireburner guaranteeing the goal by blowing up the goalie. And really just an easy shot at that point. So Zombie missing that one on the wall. That's kind of what cost him the goal there for Ubiquitous.
Yeah, really unfortunate for them. Lots of explosions in this game as well. It's usually Ubiquitous who have to suffer right there. But Kings of Urban again putting up such a strong offense. They are already at 9 shots again in this game. They have a lot of free space to do what they want. And Ubiquitous playing mostly reactionary in this game. This might be a great shot coming in from Han Solo. Can he get the follow-up? No, he can't. Moses is in the path. Steve going to try to set up for someone. Bit too much momentum on that ball, though. Zombie sets it up for Moses. Doesn't quite get the shot he wanted to, but that was dangerous.
Yeah, that backflip a lot of times launches the ball straight up in the air, and that's what we saw there. Setting up a shot, fortunately for Zombie, it didn't result in a Kings of Urban goal. But a huge stuff here from Fireburner as he just forces this one into the net. See a good tap there from Moses, who follows it up. And Fireburner with just a big stuff. You can see it bouncing between him and Steve. And just forces that one in. Kings of Urban going to be closing this one out most likely. The shutout coming up for Kings of Urban as they're up 4-0 with less than a minute left.
Yeah, these games, as the series went on, the games got less close. The first game was relatively close for both of these teams. Second one was a bit more decisive. This one is pretty much a stomp. We haven't seen really any dangerous plays coming in from Ubiquitous. There was that one nice shot, but it was blocked effortlessly by Moses. And they're stumbling around in front, while Kings of Urban keeps getting situations like this one. Fireburner not getting the touch, but Used Wolf is there to get the follow-up in the end and take it to 5-0.
Yeah, you can see Fireburner trying to get a little bit fancy with that upside-down hit. He does get a little bit on it, which sets it for Used Wolf to get that goal, but you know Fire wanted that upside-down goal for himself.
Yep, and with that, 20 seconds left on the clock, it's pretty much just a matter of time until it's all over for Ubiquitous, but you gotta give it to them. They made it to the semifinals. They got their title, which is obviously what everyone in this tournament is here for in the first place. Moses getting another touch right there. Will he get the follow-up for himself? No, he does not. And so the game ends in a 3-0 victory for Kings of Urban. Not entirely unexpected, but hey, Ubiquitous put up a good fight.
Yes, they certainly did there. You can see Moses with a huge amount of shots yet again. Really, a lot of shots for Kings of Urban in general, forcing 7 saves from Ubiquitous. So Kings of Urban really outclassing Ubiquitous there. But Ubiquitous, they still get the titles, finishing in the top 4 of the monthly final. So still a win for them. But Kings of Urban moving on to the grand final. So we will be getting the next semifinal going for you guys, which is going to be Moon Men versus Nexus, I believe. We will confirm that. And just checking Steam chat, it is confirmed. So Nexus versus Moon Men coming up next.
That's going to be another